how the team rebounds and ready to go for one last regular season game.
I don't think it's the game as much as the momentum factor. We know we just played the best in the country. How do we build off of their execution to running a lot of the same stuff we run, just with better execution? And I don't think our kids were intimidated by South Carolina because we played them flat even at their place in front of 14,000 people. But everybody gets better as the season goes on through their execution, their scheming, and everything. We haven't, and others have. Now, can we find that the potion or whatever we have to find at the end to put it all together for one great last run? I feel like this isn't doing Michael Jordan's last dance, because thank heavens we have forgotten all the me movements now, because I'm on the road from now on. Even if we win one game at Georgia, 5 in the SEC, 6 in the NCAA, I can now get back to a we movement on the road, which I'm looking forward to. We are together, not the 8,000 people in the stands and all of that. We have to go out on that island by ourselves, and maybe that's the best thing for us right now, to get away from fanfare and just get on that island and dig yourself out the best way you can. But whatever you do, leave everything out there on the court. Leave it on the court. If my kids have to play 40 minutes apiece, play 40 minutes. If I have to use all 14 of them like I did in the last game, just because the game got out of hand and she was playing her third string and walk-ons at the end, I wasn't going to be playing my starters at the end against her thing. That's a little bit of called etiquette ball at the end. And that's what we tried to do. I don't think they quite got that done in that Michigan, Iowa game the other day on the men's side. Etiquette was sort of left out right there. So that's what I'm trying to do. Last game, appreciate all y'all coming out. There's no baseball today. Is there softball?
No, sir.
No softball.
Track, that's it.
Track. I can't believe they played 2 games of soccer last night. But let's just sit at home and reflect if you're a fan and watch games on TV. If I'm a coach, I'm looking forward to going to Georgia. That's one of my favorite towns in the SEC. You give me Georgia and Fayetteville and give me Lawrence, Kansas in the Big 12, you found 3 great college towns that combine something for everyone. And everybody's not in 3 different spots. There's the old people, the middle people, the young people. All those towns are great for putting things together. Yes, ma'am.
What kind of challenges do you think Georgia is going to pose?
Stady is one of the top 5 or 6. She came back for her senior year. With Morrison, the same way. They're both top 10 players for Georgia. They have sort of been in a funk. Have they only won 3 and lost 7?
They're 8-7 in conference.
I know, but they started off okay, and then they went south with a veteran ball club with basically no injuries. I know how that feels. Georgia, Morrison is top defensive player. Stady is a shot blocker, but she can shoot facing. It might take her longer to get down the court than some of the Austins or Bostons that we're playing, but once she gets down the court, she's very effective. and she's another one of these 5 players that can play heavy minutes. Morrison's very good. They almost lost the last game. They would have got the block charge call against them at the end. But those are, you don't ever want to leave it up to the Zebras at the end to decide. You want to win it one way or the other yourself. Georgia's a challenge because it's their senior day, and they know they haven't played well. They need momentum going into the tournament. Early on, they were supposed to be a number 2 seed going in after November, December, a number 2 seed in bracketology, but probably us and them are the only ones that haven't gone forward as much as both of us thought we would go forward. So they're looking for momentum. I'm looking for that magic. I need a little Olsen magic. I need a little bit of Reed Rowdies. I need Tom Terrific at Traditions, or I need something to happen for us. And all it takes sometimes is that one player to play above herself. And it's funny how people will follow. We've got too many people playing at the same pace. And then do you sub in? Do you sub out? Do you hope they get out of the funk they're in? What do you do? So I haven't found that answer. I hope to find it going forward.
What about the fact that it's been a while since you've been in this situation, and your players, the ones that have been here the whole time, the Kayla's, whatever, they've never been in this situation.
No.
Where, you know, they have to do something to go on. They've always been assured, you've been assured of the postseason now for, you know, going way back where you first started. That's got to be a little bit different. That's got to be a little bit tough because you don't have a lot to draw on. Your team doesn't either.
When I first came here, it was a rebuild. When I went to Stephen F., it's a rebuild. It was just recruiting at Arkansas. Now, we got the players here. This isn't a rebuild. We wouldn't have started off the season as well as we did if it was a complete rebuild. I just think our players have lost confidence in themselves. If they lose in themselves, it's hard to get that team chemistry going again. We say all the right things, but sometimes words versus actions. And right now we're into words about trying to get us up instead of actions. We've done more motivational stuff this year, more speakers, more thought for the days, more film, more of all the little things that would help fix us than we did last year when we won it. Correct me if I'm wrong, there hasn't ever been a team that won the SEC championship, probably in men and women, that is now 12th, 13th going into the conference tournament. Y'all do your research on that.
Years back, Arkansas went on that run. Remember, they were like the best one. You know what I'm saying is Arkansas, you know, they won one more. I think they made the title game, whatever. They didn't get to go to the tournament. I mean,
right.
I'm sure that was the best one. That was just a few years ago.
Right. And we're the lowest ranked team at Arkansas that got to the Final Four when we were a 9th seed. And that's when a 16 beat a 1 in 98. So I've got to play a lot of that magic. I'm not going to swallow a worm like Grant Taft did. He probably spit that one out. But I'm not going to do that. But I will find something to get this team motivated before our game at Georgia. I don't wait for Vanderbilt. 11 a.m., Judge Judy's not even on by then. So we're playing at 11 o'clock at Vanderbilt. I'm hoping there's a lot of key boosters that live in that area in Nashville. Hopefully we'll get some of them out, and hopefully they'll get a bunch of school kids out of class like they usually do on those Wednesday afternoon games. I don't have a lot for you folks. I gotta go home, pick my wife up, and then get back. I don't have a lot of answers, but I am looking forward to going on the road. Period. I'm looking forward to going on the road.